Hello, 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 all my beautiful, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome, welcome, welcome back to episode 3, Sosnovka, the retro series. Welcome in, everybody, welcome in. Let me turn my mic up. We've switched things around a little bit. We're still doing things, let me get that situated there and switch back over to my controller while I'm doing this. I usually use the steering wheel. We've decided that we sold the liquid fertilizer sprayer, and we've decided that we're going to go a total green farm. So we're going to go slurry. So we're not going to give the cows any straw, okay? Because that would require us to then have a manure spreader and or a trailer to get rid of the manure, which we can add later. We're going to keep the manure pit here. But, well, it's still spring and pretty warm weather. It's still March. We don't need the bedding right now. Because all they do is come into the parlor and milk away. So we've decided to do that. But we have purchased a second tractor real quick. I did that real quick before I hit OK. So we have a 151 horsepower tractor and a 162 horsepower, both Case Internationals. I'll show you when I get back up here. I want to get this. I want to use my steering wheels, what I really want to do. So how are you guys doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. And I'm doing fantastic as usual. I'm loving this series. I'm having a blast doing things a lot more the way they should be. All right, so let's get that going again. And I will just go ahead and harvest this like this. Put my cruise control on. But yeah, we've got $716 in the bank, so we've got to take a loan out to buy our animal trailer and then head up, and we're going to start. I think we're going to start with as much as I wanted to start with 25, I think we're going to start with 10. I also have decided that on this series we're going to have a TMR mixing station, the Silo King 200, which holds 200,000, but it allows us to, because we're running with Mark Thor's quick baler, and the biggest baler is 180. So we're running at 50,000 liter bales, which is pretty realistic in real life. I asked you guys yesterday. I didn't get a comment on it, but the average size bale of a big, large 180 size round bale it's 5.7 meters around. Or 5.7 feet around, I'm sorry, not meters. That would be 15 feet. That'd be huge. 5 feet around, circular, and up to anywhere between 800 to 1,700 pounds. So I've told you guys that they're super, super, super heavy. So the 50,000 liters that Mark has given us in that mod is pretty darn realistic for the weight and the size of the bales that they are. But as you can see, we're still on this first harvest, and it's because we have to continue to buy so much stuff. Do we have cab corn yet? Or cab oats yet? Yep. We're pretty close. So what we'll do is when we get up here, we'll empty it so that we can come back. But so what we've also, like I said, what we've decided to do is we're going to go slurry, and slurry only. I've got a mod downloaded. Unfortunately, the mod is 15 meters wide, but I may change it and buy a cheaper one. I'd like to keep my equipment pretty close to max of 9 meters. That's it. I don't want to go crazy. I don't want huge equipment on this Let's Play. I just want it normal, like normal, pretty much every day people use. That big equipment is good and stuff for the unrealistic series that we'll have. Which reminds me, I wanted to ask you guys, so, would you guys like me to pick up a second series during the week and put out 3 of these and then 2 of the new series? And what I was thinking is maybe like a little baby challenge, like something that we're not doing farming on. Maybe pick a map that has mining and we can, mine out of it, or pick a series that, let's shut this down. I'm going to open my pipe. Or pick a series like a logging map where we have to there's no farming, there's no animals, there's no nothing. We just have to cut down the trees and that's it, and see how far we can get and how much money we can make. That sort of thing interests me because I I don't want to do a logging map again and have it to where we have animals and stuff. That's just too stressful. I'd rather leave my farming series to this one. Go from there. Let's get him emptied. So we can also tell by the little window there when we get close to being full. And we're going good. We can jump out and see. See? She's going up pretty good there. Pretty good, pretty good. But shout out to Gwaine Jeffries. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Big A, for all the wonderful comments that you guys have left. I'm glad that you guys are happy that I'm back, because I'm happy I'm back. As you can tell by my voice, when you get to the point where you're not, like, you're just not happy, then it kind of gets old after a while, if you know what I mean. So, like, it just kind of gets, I don't know, let's get this pipe in. It just kind of gets like, I don't want to do this anymore, and let's jump maps and stuff. But when you're doing stuff that you really like to do, and you don't have the pressure of the HUD, and you don't have the pressure of the trying to move the series ahead, and I told you guys before that the hardest part as a content creator is when I fell into that whole groove of let's try to move series ahead. And it gets, I'm not going to lie, it gets kind of annoying when, you know, like on Oceanside Forest. I think it's because I was on that map. That was the third iteration of that map that I've done, and it just got to the point where I was like, okay. So then I went on yesterday, and I was like, all right, I'm going to use this map as like time killing. I'm going to go on and chop up a bunch of trees. And after about 3,000 or 4,000 trees, I was like, what am I doing? What am I? You know, it's like you ask yourself, what are you doing? Are you clearing these for you? Are you clearing these for them? What are you doing? So I just kind of let it sit. It's still in the save game, but I'm just going to be like, nope. So I'm considering, and I think what I'm going to do on Saturdays is I think that Big A and I have talked in depth, and I think that we're going to start bringing out some new games to stream. I am, for Christmas, I am getting all of the brand new ETS downloadable content. So I'll be getting that right away. So I'm thinking about streaming some ETS, streaming some ATS, because I do have ATS as well, and going from there. And then, you know, I've also got, what did I download there? Transport Fever 2. You know, there's different challenges and different ways to play that game. So that's what I think I'm going to stream on Saturdays, is just different games. And during the week, I'm going to put out my Farm Sim videos so that everybody's, you know, to me, it makes me happy. You know, I'll put out 5 of these videos, and then I'll stream, and then I won't do anything on Sunday. I'll just have a day to myself. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think so. So, you know, we'll just alternate, and maybe I'll get the Xbox Game Pass and just start doing some different games and start bringing you guys to different worlds. You know, there's been many times when I've had people from the truck sim world saying, oh my gosh, I really like to meet. Many of you are the same. Many of you play the same games. But there's some people that are new that are like, wow, I'd like to talk to some of them farm sim people and blah, 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 blah. So, you know, bada bing, bada boom, and Bob's your uncle. So we'll get her straightened out, you know, as we get closer. And this week will be basically a Christmas stream, because I'm shutting the harvester off each turn, because here's why. When the harvester is running at full speed, where you only go 3.2 miles an hour, turning on 3.2 miles an hour is crazy. So a lot of times what I do in real life is I will shut the combine off, the header off. The combine still runs, but I'll shut the header off so that it takes the pressure off the combine, so they can turn and run in full speed, and you don't have to worry about the header spinning. So I do that, and as you can see, it's kind of habit to do it. We still got 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 more passes on this, so we'll get up to the other end up here. We'll stop. We'll head up to the shop. We'll take out our loan to get our animal trailer, and then we'll head over, and whatever animals cost, then they cost. We'll take out the loan. I think I want to start with more than 10. But here's the thing: what we're going to do is this is going to be realistic, like we said. So we're gonna use slurry to fertilize. So guess what? We are running precision, but if we don't have any slurry, we don't have any slurry. So we're only going to be able to lime it. So the only pallets that we're going to be able to buy up at the shop are lime and seeds, and that's it. So that way, when we do get enough, eventually it will build up. Because remember, you don't have to fertilize and lime your grass fields. All you have to do is roll them. So eventually we will be getting that. Now, I did not want to be in debt in this series, but you know what? $100,000 doesn't go as far as you think. We've already bought 2 tractors. My lines are crooked as all get out. So we're going to lower that. Then I'm going to give this a rest for a while. We've already bought, you think about, we got 1, 2 tractors, a baler, 2 forklifts, a lime spreader. We've got a lot. And this is our new tractor. This is the Case IH 1586, 162 horsepower, 4-wheel drive. No front linkage, just a weight, but a drawbar and a linkage in the back so we can tow anything we want. Top speed is only literally 21 miles an hour. So I went with the 1979 version because that's pretty much what we're doing. But we also bought, out of that 100,000, we bought an open air garden. We bought 2, not 1, but 2 factories. So we've got a lot for our 100,000. We really did. We really, really did. So we're doing well on that. So let me get my cruise up here, and then while I'm driving, I think I'm going to use my steering wheel. So it's a little bit less herky-jerky. If I can get used to it, I got to go through and remap the buttons is what I got to do. Because what happens is I see that my paddles are downshift. I did notice that, and upshift. So I got to change all of my button configuration around because I used to look around with the upper buttons, but I don't want to. One of them's to go to the shop, and I don't want to take away from that. So as you can see with this 1586, we do have a decent mirror on it. I did not add any bells and whistles. The only thing I added was the wing turn signals. That's it. But because we're running with traffic off, we don't really need turn signals on here. But yeah, so we're going to come up here. We're going to find out. I think it's like 30,000. I wanted to start with 20 is what I wanted to start with, but that would require 4 or 5 trips to the animal dealer, which we can still do. It's not the end of the world. See how much nicer a steering wheel is as far as smoothness on your front. And, you know, like I said, I was shouting people out, and Gwaine noticed it, that when you're in cab, it adds a level of realism. All right, so now we got to find out. Let's go in here, and I'll show you. Let's go here, and trailers, and we'll go down to animal transport. You can see up in the right-hand corner, we only have $716, just like I said. So this one is 13, and we can bring back 5. This one is, well, we can bring 6, but why would you come an odd number? That doesn't make any sense. So we could bring back 5 with that, or we could bring back 5 with that, and for $3,000 more. So we can buy this one here and bring back 5 cows with it for $13,200. So let's bring our loan to $13,200. So let's borrow. There we go. And then we buy. How much does this hold? Same thing for $25,000. So I got this one for half the price. Let's take this and let's change it to this. And we're gonna go. Whoops. Do I have to do? Oh, I see. I gotta go. There we go. No, wait, we gotta have an H in there, right? Yeah. Let's just go like that. That's okay. Yeah, Fury Macne. Let's use it. Okay, now we got it. When we get over to the cows, the animal dealer, we're gonna have to find out how much they are, and then we'll have to take out loans for each one. But that's okay, because guess what, guys? This is part of life. You know how many times I've been at the bank taking out loans in real life? It's absolutely true and crazy. Now, this thing, I'm hoping that this mirror kind of works a little bit. But we're going to do this so we don't go crazy ramming into stuff. And, ooh, why is that so low? Did it hook up to the wrong thing? So I want it to hook up to that. Let's see if we can, let's see if we can get this a little bit better. Why is it sitting on the ground? Oh well. That'll have to do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we gotta go to our farm. This is a weird trailer. This is a mod. I might not be able to use it with these tractors, but that's okay. I want to see if turn signals come on in there. No, you can't see them. As you can see, that's why I'm not looking, because traffic is off. So we're going to head back to our farm, and we're going to go down the little back road, and it's the first left. This is the advantage to playing so many hours on this map. So many crazy hours, because I can, I know where everything is. So that's nice. And they didn't change the map at all. They did a few odds and end changes, but I'm very happy with it. And it's playing super smooth, and it just reminds me of FS17 like no end. The other base game map was Goldcrest Valley, and we may bring that back for a little bit. I'm just like, I think what I'm discovering is I'm getting, like, a lot of people, including myself, are getting really tired of pretty much every map that comes out. Is a lot of oohs and ahs and a lot of this and that. But then you get on the map, and it's no different than every other map. It really isn't. It's like, you know, you think to yourself, what am I doing? I got to sell that water point, too, because we're going to get water out of the river over here, the pond. So we're going to go right through here. And we're going to go all the way to the end. And the first road left, we're going to turn left. And the animal dealer should be there. So this is what's fun about the old school tractors, is they don't go fast. And if you see, like, this is the way my tractors are in real life. I don't have speedometers. I don't know how fast I'm going. I don't know how crazy nuts. You know, everybody's like so obsessed with speed anymore that it's, and I think it's here. This is the first left here. Because if you go all the way down, it's a main road. But see, we don't need that water right here on our farm. We got a pond that we can get water right from. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, you see what they've done is you can drive right along the edge there on that and then back right down to the trailer. Plus you can back in over there. It's, I do believe I think I take here. If I'm not mistaken. But I've noticed also that everybody has become so obsessed with speed. So obsessed with how fast can I farm? How fast can I do stuff? Yep, there's the big bull. As you can see, this is, there's not much to this map, but it's good. It's got everything you need. And there's the shop. See, it's not that far away. We could have actually came up that main drag there and come back this way. And I think the animal dealer sell point is literally right out front, if I'm not mistaken. So, but you know, there's just too much. Let me get the speedometer pegged and let me farm as fast as I can, and you know, that sort of thing. One thing they did change about this is back in 17, you had to back up to that thing right there. Like you had to go up in where it says Emerson's Livestock. You had to back up into that, right up in there, and get your livestock. But that's okay. This works. I don't like this how this trailer works, but we're not going to have it after today. We're going to sell it back. So we got to find out How much? We're going to get the ones that produce milk. The other thing we're going to do is when we get babies from these, okay, when they have babies or calves, as you call them, we're going to bring them over and we're going to sell them, and then we're going to rebuy new ones that give milk. Otherwise, you lose in a year and a half. So let's see how much 5 is. So we got to take out 77 and 77 is $1,600 for 10 of them. Okay, so let's do the loan of $16,000, and then we'll grab our Holsteins, and we'll grab our 5, and then we can take these guys right back to the shop. Let me get you back around here. Switch back to my steering wheel, and let's not try to hold back here with too much of a big cranky turn here. There's that. So we'll go right into this field here. Go right around here. Right back on our road. That worked out good, didn't it? So right now what I'm doing is I'm using my steering wheel, but I'm also using the mouse to look around. Now, when I get I said 3 different things. My steering wheel all situated back in order. I'll use just my steering wheel and the buttons on it I'll be able to look around with and stuff. But for now, that's okay. And it works, and I'm comfortable. And I'm actually, thank God for a boom mic because I could bring it closer. Because my steering wheel is in front of me, and I always use my controller so I can lean way back in the chair and take care of that. But this is kind of more real. Like it kind of like pushes you up into where you need to go. And as you can see, once again, I'm going to state it, we're not far from anything. And yet the fields can be considered big, and there's lots of room for expansion and, lots of room for what we need. So it's exciting. We'll get these back, and then we'll head back up, and we'll load up another load for $16,000. And then that'll pretty much wrap us up for the afternoon. So there's our house. We put it over here, and it's got a nice fenced-in yard. You cannot sell the fence. And where do I go with these? I think I go around the other end. I do believe. But see, the slower tractors are just, it makes you go slower. Like I said, I think what I'm getting frustrated about with Farm Sim is everybody and their brother wants to go, 50, 60 miles an hour up the road. They buy the fastest vehicles. They buy the fastest stuff that they can. And it's frustrating. Nobody just uses a tractor and a wagon anymore. So let's see where we are. We're right there. So we got to kind of back up to that. Those doors don't open, so I think we can do one of these. Get us a little bit straighter here. Get us on the trigger. Then I switch back to my controller and do this and select and move to husbandry. There's 5 of them in there. Let's go check. Oh, that's right. You can't jump into this one. They're in there. They'll do because they're not in my trailer anymore, so they got to be somewhere. There they are. They're all down there. Hi, girl. Welcome home. Now we'll go buy 5 more, but by the time we get up there, we'll pretty much... Yeah, because the way they set this up is you can't jump over this. See, they block it from... Oh, I lied. Ha! All right. Perfect. All right, now I think, if I'm not mistaken, we can get around this way. There's roads everywhere that get you everywhere on this map. It's awesome. It's like you can't get lost because eventually the roads come out to where you need to go. And as long as you... And like I've shown you, we're at the animal dealer over there, and we can see our farm. So we can come down here. I do want to go down past our house and see if there's a road past our house that they've added. And this is another way to get into this pond. Yep, there is. See, what you do is you bring your trailer and you come right over there on that dock and you back down in there, or you go on this side and you back down on there over there. So that's why I love it. And you can get water right out of there for the... I mean, it looks kind of green, but that's okay. They'll drink it. And also, you can do it right here. There's a pond over here. There's lots of places to get water, so we don't need that water thingy there. And it's just super comfortable to just sit here, relax, farm, do what we need to do. Don't worry about time. Don't worry about looking up on the screen. Don't worry about how fast we're going and all that stuff. And I can just as easily tell you guys how fast we're going, you know, like how fast to plow and how fast to do all that stuff. That's just as easy as seeing it on the screen. And this way, there's no pressure. We just play until we're ready to play. I eventually want to get, I'm going to try like heck to get a full year on this map before we move on. But we're playing realistic, so we're pretty much going 1x speed, you know. And that's pretty much what we're going all the time, and it's because that's, in real life, there is no fast forward time. You do what you can do. And I think, like I said, is that people get caught up into too much. All right, we're not going to buy these guys yet. We're going to wrap this up right here. So let me get this back around, shut her off, and when we come back next time, we'll buy our cows right from here, and we'll head back and we'll do it again. So, like I said, I just think there's too much, like, that's a weird way to sit, but it may be because we're unhooked on the drawbar, and we're not hooked up there because there is no hookup to it. So, but we're not, after this one, we're not going to need it. We're just going to sell it back and get rid of it. So on that note, we made it through episode number 3, everybody, on the Sosnovka Retro Series, using older equipment, doing things realistically. It's awesome. I'm having a blast. Hope you guys are too. And on that note, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you are watching this. And remember, I love you all. And I will see you on the next one. And one more thing we're going to add to that. Fury Makin. I got to figure out how to put... I think I got to pick the next one over. Because I used to do it Machne is how I used to do it. But that's Macney. Fury Macney. Welcome, Fury Macney. One more thing. You know, I'm not going to use anybody's saying, but I'm going to add on to it. You know, other people say realism is the key. Realistic is the key. And remember, I love you all, and realistic is the key. And on that note, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a great one.